Hey, it's Jessica here. I know I haven't had much to say on a lot of different things over the past year since our lives changed forever. But I did have a few thoughts today. It's been a year. We're in March 2021 and the pandemic started March 2020. Not technically, but that's when a lot of us felt the effects of what was happening in the world. And so I just wanted to say, I'm speaking to my Brooklynites, my New Yorkers, NYC. I don't know if you have friends and family in other states or even in other parts of the world, but the pandemic was different for us. I talked to a lot of other people and maybe they see the severity of what's happened, but they don't get it the way we do. They don't know what it was like for the city that never sleeps to completely shut down the way that it did, and for the streets to be ghost and sirens and helicopters going nonstop all day, all night, and to just be in your apartment. Sorry, I had to take a little bit. I got emotional, so I needed to take a second. But that was something else that was unique about all of this, is that we were all in this together. You were experiencing the pandemic, and so was I as a therapist. All the therapists, any mental health professionals, we were dealing with this pandemic as well. So truly, this has been a unique experience. And I really hope that you've taken the time, especially a year later, if you hadn't before, to just really sit with what has taken place. Because again, every area has their own experience, but as New Yorkers, just the long lines to go to the grocery store, shelves wiped out almost all the time, wearing your mask on the street and there being so many people that going for a walk, it still doesn't feel safe. Just so many unique experiences to being in New York during this pandemic. So I really hope that you've taken some time to reflect on what changes have taken place and what you then have done to adapt to those changes. What has changed for you, and how have you really expanded or just really been flexible for survival. And I hope now at this point that you've shifted from just only survival to growth mindset and thriving again. But, people have lost people have lost jobs, just a lot of loss. And I know the state of mind is brush your shoulders off and keep going. We hustle, we grind. But sometimes it's okay to just pause and to not be okay, and to really sit with what you're feeling. And there are several different emotions, but some of those might even just be grief, anger, frustration, fear, anxiety, sadness, loneliness, whatever those feelings are, just sitting with them and letting it be. And then just really thanking yourself for how you've gotten through this, gotten through these times. So yeah, I know that I had offered one virtual support group early in the pandemic. And since then, I haven't really offered anything. And I'm okay. I'm grateful to be okay. But just as a reminder, on the other end, mental health professionals also have been in this with you. So, let me also say this then. When I recommend certain things, just know that I'm doing it with you. I have incorporated meditation heavily into my routine. I do it with you. Physical activity every day, getting fresh air, even if it's just stepping outside for 5 minutes. But, it's getting nicer now, so that hopefully won't be too much of an issue. But all these things, I've been doing it too. So, yeah, I just wanted to stop and say hi and just, reminder, like, I'm here. And yeah, thanks for listening if you made it this far.